Alright, what's going on everybody? Gunfonix here, and today I'm going to show you how to get all mods you download from the internet. Well, not maybe all mods, there might be some mods that are very highly uncompatible, but pretty much the majority of all the mods that are said to only work on Windows for Total War games, for them to work on the Mac. Now, what you've probably read online to get mods to work on the Mac is by simply, let's say it's a .pack file. Okay, what they usually tell you to do is drag that .pack file into the data folder, and then go to the preferences. So like go to this. I'm doing this for Empire Total War, but this works for all the other ones that I've know of. If you go to scripts and you go to preferences.empire script, if you click right here, sometimes they'll tell you to do this. They'll tell you to type the mod like pack, whatever, and then they tell you to put a, like that for all the mods. You do that. Well, that's what they tell you. Or another thing that they might actually tell you to do is to launch Steam, and then when you launch Steam and the game launches up, they tell you to go to the advanced section, check this box, and then type it in here, like the mod and all that. Well, what I'm going to show you is basically the same thing. However, there's one extra step I did thanks to some post I found online, and this is from one of the developers of the game. He just, talked about this. He didn't tell you exactly what to do. He was just telling you about how he ported some mods, and he said and when I downloaded the folder, there was something called patch data, and I just dragged that folder in here, and because of this, it works. So basically, let's say you download a mod from the internet that is said to only work on Windows. For example, there's a mod that a YouTuber that used it, Pixel, something, his name is Pixel. He used something called nap_effects.pack for his independence video, and this is basically, this gives you the graphical effects from Total War Napoleon and puts them on in Total War Empire. But this was said to only work on Windows, and on there's a forum post online that is made from one of the people who are staff on the Total War forum website. And some people on that forum actually said that some people asked about this mod, and it was said that it didn't work correctly. There were some people on the forum, on the Total War forum site, that were asking about some mods and mentioned this one and said it didn't work on Windows, but it does work, and I'm going to show you proof in this video that it does. So, for example, let's say you download a mod, a .pack, even a .esf file. Let's say you download a .pack. Instead of dragging it into the data folder, make a folder in the data folder. So make a new folder and call it patch, capital P, and then data, capital D, all one word. Open this folder up and then drag the .pack file into here. The next thing you want to do, now this next part is up to you. There's one or two things you can do after this. You can go to and this works for Steam and the Mac App Store version. This works for both. You can go to your scripts folder and open up the preferences, and you can now add mod and all this. But what I did, and I recommend to just do this because it's much easier, is simply open up the game. So launch the Total War game that you're playing after you do this. So after you've done that, launch, like, for example, if it's Empire Total War, just launch it. Once the game launches, guys, what you want to do is check the advanced options, and inside here you want to do that thing where you type in mod and all this, but instead of just typing in mod and then the name of the pack, you want to type in mod and then little, like, quote, type patch data, capital P, capital D, one word, / and then the name of the .pack. So in this case, if I go to that folder real quickly here, if I go to it, you can see it's called this. Just put that there, and then at the end put a quote and then a semicolon. And let's say you have more than one mod like I do. So I have this adds 32 factions total, and then this one here adds the new graphics. Then just type a space and then mod patch data / and then the name of that pack. And then if you have another .pack, do the same thing after that. When you're all done and you have all your packs, and if you also have ESFs, this works too at those. Once you have those, what you want to do now is just click play. Now here what's going to happen is that the game is most likely going to crash. For me, it doesn't look like it crashed, luckily, but majority of the time the game will crash. It'll just, and it's not because of the mods, it just does this. If you've played Total War games on the Mac, you might know for a fact that the game will crash. I can't answer why it does this, but it does. The game will crash. And if the game crashes, just keep clicking play till it starts. And if you try launching the game and it keeps crashing, then what you can do is right click the game. If you're in Steam, if you have the game on Steam, you can go to properties and then go local files and verify integrity of game cache, and this will fix the glitch temporarily. But yeah, and if you're on the Steam version of the game is located in, this is where the game's located in. The game is located in the Steam apps folder, and then the common, and then Empire Total War, Empire data. Now the Steam folder for the Mac is located in, for the Mac it's located in application support, if I do believe. But for me, my Steam folder where all my games are stored are on my external hard drive. If you don't know where the Steam folder is on a Mac, if you don't know how to locate it, just Google it. If you're on the App Store, like if you bought the games, like the Total War game that you're playing from the App Store, such as Empire, Total War, then that is located in application supports, and then it should say Feral in there. And then if you go in that folder, or no, actually no, I'm sorry, ignore what I just said. If you bought your Total War game from the Mac App Store, then go to your applications folder. So click on that, and then find the game here, like the Total War game, and right click it, and then click Show Package Contents. And then what you would do, for example, so if it's like let's say this was Total War, you would do this. You would go to Contents, and then you would go to Resources, and then you should see a data folder in here, and then you click that, and then you click the next data folder, and that's where the stuff is located. So for Steam, it's a bit different, but you can always Google that if you're confused. Anyways, when the game is loaded, let me show you. So just to show you that the 32 factions is working, if I go to play battle, and I go to like, I don't know, like just do siege, I guess, and I go to this, and I select this, it will take a minute sometimes, but as you can see, there is now more factions. There's 32 total you can count. If you want to know, like let's say you forget like which factions were already in the game, which ones weren't, and which ones were included in the mod. If you click on one such as the 13 colonies, which is not in the game by default, if you see like nothing here, then this means that like this is a part of the mod, and you can just select and put troops. So I'm just gonna select troops in here, just so I can fill this up and start the game. I'm just gonna fill it all up. Okay, and then actually I want to be, let's just start to do it again. Okay, I'm just gonna do it again then, and let me show you the graphics mod to show you that's actually working itself. So if I start the game right now, you will see when the game loads, the better graphics mod is working, and you can tell it's working. There's a massive difference, a big difference actually. In the mod, it doesn't exactly add all the graphics from the Napoleon game, but it's pretty darn better than the base game. You can actually see somewhat what the faces of the soldiers look like, but
the enemy will try to smash that way.
Let me shut that guy off. So yeah, you can already see that the graphics mod is working, and if you can't, then I'm sorry, you're blind. But as you can see, you can actually see the soldiers' faces. So the better graphics mod is in fact working, and you can select troops. So if I just select troops and move them down here, I can move troops and stuff like that. But yeah, guys, this is basically how you get the mods to work. If you don't do this, like if you don't do that patch data thing, let me just turn the sound down because I feel like it's way too loud. If you don't do that patch data thing, then none of these mods will be working right now. I can show you, but there's just no point. Like, basically, if you're trying to launch a mod for this game and it doesn't work, you can tell it's not working. And if you want to know that the mod isn't working, when you click play, if the game doesn't even appear, like if nothing absolutely appears, absolutely nothing, and then you just get a crash message, then that means you didn't install the mod correctly. Like, it's just not working. But if the game logo appears and it says like Total War and then it crashes, then that means that the game is working. It's just doing that glitch where the game doesn't start, and you just have to keep clicking play till it works. But yeah, guys, this is pretty much it, guys. Obviously, I'm not playing right now, so I'm not gonna really try my hardest. But yeah, guys, this is how you get stuff to work. This motor graphics mod is very nice. I'm not gonna lie, it's really nice. A lot of improvements with a lot of things. How the soldiers look. I mean, look how good they look. Like, dang, like, look at that, man. Look at them good soldiers, man. But yeah, guys, you can tell it's already working. Absolutely awesome. Yeah, this works for any Total War game from what I tested. The only Total War games I have is this and Napoleon, and from what I've tested, it works with Napoleon too. There's some, like, you shouldn't have to do this with some of the newer games. For the newer games, you just got to do what it tells you to do. But, like, you know, just drag the data, the patch data, you know, like whatever it's called, into the data folder. But if it doesn't work, then do what I showed you in this video, and they should work. The mods should start working. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this helped people who are watching this. You can see, look how good those flame arrows look. That looks really nice. What the heck? They already took this out. Jesus Christ. Like, this, we just started and that's already down. I'm not obviously playing right now, so I'm not doing absolutely anything, but you guys, that is it. Why do they look like this? What? Why do they look like that? I'm pretty sure this is not what the 13 colonies, Yorkas, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, looked like, but this looks somewhat right, but that doesn't look right at all. Anyways, that is it for the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Take care, and bye-bye.